video. Now today I'm going to be talking about all the traffic lights at the junction of Lode Lane and Solihull Bypass, the best traffic lights ever. Let's get started. Okay, so first of all, the traffic lights at the junction of Lode Lane and Solihull Bypass are amazing. But we'll go back to previous years, these traffic lights. So let's go back to June 2023 for an example. So look, as you can see there, the traffic lights are green. And traffic to the right has got a red line. Obviously, the green man is on. I love how they've actually designed those push buttons because you've got one facing that way and one facing the other way, which is a bit weird because if we go back to April 2022, those traffic lights were still on red. And I don't doubt they would because, as you can see, look, they're still got green. However, they've still got green man, but traffic from the right cannot move yet until they've got a green light. Anyway, we'll go to this little bit of Solihull Bypass for an example. As you can see here, the traffic lights have got louvers on them as well, which is a bonus because, as you can see here, there are some on 7-Star Road that have that as well, as you can see. Now that traffic light there does look a bit wonky, but it doesn't look like it's going to fall down. So if we'll go back to Lode Lane for an example. Let's go back here. If we go back to March 2021 for an example, as you can see here, look, the green man is still on. But you can't really see it though. I suppose you can see the one on the left, but you can't see the one on the right though. However, you can probably see this one on the left here. However, if we go back to September 2020 when it was COVID, as you can see, look, the green filter. I don't think that comes on that often. Maybe it does. I'm not sure. Please let me know in the comments if the junction of Lode Lane and Solihull Bypass, this traffic light has a green filter arrow that comes on that often. Hopefully it does because I'm not really sure. Of October 2018, as you can see. As you can see here, look. To be precise, it looks like the traffic light is grown smaller, but it doesn't look like it. As you can see, we'll go back to August 2017 for an example. As you can see here, look. Those traffic lights are new, if I'm completely honest. However, if we go back to March 2017 for an example, as you can see here, look, Lode Lane is absolute chaos because the traffic's building up. It's probably school time. The traffic does build up during school time anyway. As you can see, look, the green filter arrow is not on because traffic's waiting to turn around to 7-Star Road. But if we go back to August 2016, the traffic lights were in the middle of being replaced. As you can see, look, they've put those orange bags over them. They are bags, and I know they. However, there is something else I don't know why the fact they'd put a cross in there because it looks stupid. Because as you can see the red band absolutely fine because you can see a lot of the red band. So if we do the left onto Solihull Bypass, as you can see, August 2017 didn't bring any challenges to these traffic lights, but unfortunately it didn't because, as you can see, look, they've resurfaced the road, which is fine. April 2017 didn't bring any challenges. Basically, as you can see here, look, they've resurfaced it as well, which is a bonus. Yeah, they keep on changing the image for some reason. I don't know why they do that. I suppose to make it interesting though, but it's not really interesting. But as you can see, they put a temporary crossing here. However, I think these are Siemens traffic lights. They are. Even the ones at the junction of Warwick Road and, well, Popular Road. Junction of Warwick Road and Popular Road. But as you can see here, look. How stupid do they look? They put a cross in there. And obviously there isn't one here. However, for some reason, they've put boxes over those traffic lights over there. But they haven't done with these ones. But if we go back over here, we'll go to July 2016 for an example. See, it keeps on changing the image. They've removed the metal railings, as you can see. But in June 2018, that was after they were replaced. But as you can see, if we go back to 2016, because they keep on changing the image for me, they've removed the metal railings, as you can see from here, which is a bit stupid. I assume so they can put some brand new ones in because the old ones are a bit old. But as you can see, look, there were literally no traffic lights here. They're just putting the new poles in. However, they've got blue packaging on them. It looks like packaging, doesn't it? Because it's like blue packaging. But see, it keeps on changing the image. So if we go back to April 2017, for an example, as you can see, look, we're crossing Lode Lane, but as you can see, the traffic's building up on Lode Lane because obviously it's school time. But obviously, we go back to July 2016 again. As you can see here, look, the traffic lights have got blue plastic on. I don't know why they put plastic on them. Maybe because that's what they came in. However, these little push buttons here, this one came with a blue bit of plastic. But as you can see here, look, the traffic lights down there on Lode Lane, I assume are being replaced, but I assume those people over there are going to go to the cabinet and put the key in it and turn it off. Because they're going to turn the cabinet off so the traffic lights have no power. And then they'll replace the traffic lights absolutely fine. So do you know the traffic light cabinet? So if you know a traffic light cabinet, that is, to turn them on, I assume you put a key in it, you twist the key, and then you press a button inside the cabinet, and then the traffic lights turn on. But obviously, if you're turning it off, for an example, you'd have to do um do your key first. Sort of think for a second. Then, oh yeah, you do your key first, and then you trying to think. Yeah, and then you put you open the cabinet, and then you press a button, and it turns off. I'm trying to think there for a second. So you have to remember, you put your key in first, twist the key, and then you press the button inside the cabinet. Simple as that. I'm trying to think there for a second because I was like, repeat myself after, because I have to repeat myself if I haven't said it. Anyway, we'll go back to November 2015. This is where the at the junction of Warwick Road and Poplar Road were being replaced. Actually, sorry. Oh, I was about to say replaced, but they've been replaced, but after 2015. As you can see, look, we're turning right onto Lode Lane, just near Solihull Hospital. As you can see here, look, traffic from the right has got a red light, which is good. But if we do the right onto Lode Lane, as you can see, if we go back to November 2015, look, you can see here, it keeps on changing the image, which is a bit stupid. Oh dear, keeps on changing the image. However, if we go back to November 2015, I didn't want May 2016, but unfortunately, it keeps on changing the image, which is really annoying. However, we can go back to November 2015 for an example. Still lets us. But as you can see, look, there is something else I forgot to put. Why is there a giveaway line here? That's stupid. Because I'm a bit annoyed that Google are changing the images for me because I don't know why they do that. But look, as you can see, there's a lot of leaves on the floor. I don't know why Google Maps does that to me because it's really annoying me because I was having to scroll through and see if I've gone past it. But I've not now. However, if we go back to May 2016, see, look, they've put some new traffic lights in here. However, they put a brand new one in here. I don't know why. That's stupid. Because as you can see here, this traffic light here has got a push button, but it's got a flashing green man on it for some reason. I don't know why. Please let me know in the comments why this traffic light has a flashing green man on the push button because I'm not really sure. Anyway, that was a little video that was. If you have enjoyed the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video, make sure you turn on notifications so you don't send in my future videos. Until the next one, see you back here.